Hello, welcome to the United Man. My name is Shane. Pogba must leave. Today we're going to be discussing all the reasons as to why unfortunately, I believe Pogba must go and is no longer able to stay as a Manchester United player. Paul Pogba, Mr. Pogba. So he's back in training with us. He's travelled to Australia with us, but he's not really there. I mean, you've seen him. There's been numerous photographs. I know there was some kind of, seemed like I don't know, like an editing out session where all the other players were signing autographs, but he wasn't. Or they just showed him walking away where he actually did sign photographs. So that was a bit bad on whoever edited that video. But he's there, but you can clearly see he's not the Pogba of normal. He's not the Pogba of old where he's jovial, he's laughing, he's joking, he's being a prankster. He looks a bit moody. He looks like, you know, if we didn't know already that there was an issue, you'd think there is an issue. Obviously, it's been widely reported about this potential dust up with Jesse Lingard. For me, you've probably heard it from other sources, but Ollie's come out now and said it's a whole load of nothing. Pretty much been blown up out of proportion. They're walking along, probably said something that, you know, to wind him up. And, you know, these guys have known each other since there was, you know, young lads, you know, young teenagers. So I can't see that being too much of an issue. They've carried on training, obviously. You've heard Ollie come out and say that Pogba's a great lad, he's a great character, which, you know, I'm sure he is. Raul has obviously come out and made some statements that Pogba does want to leave, basically reiterating the point that Pogba does want to leave. Also saying that he hopes that there'll be a speedy resolution that satisfies all parties involved. If you imagine you've handed in your notice at the place where you work and you've got to work your 4 weeks notice. You know you don't want to be there, you know you're leaving, and so do all your colleagues, more than likely. You don't want to be working that period, but you know you've got to. It's a similar situation for Pogba, where he knows he doesn't want to be there. Everyone else knows he doesn't want to be there, and everyone else knows he's leaving, and so does he. And it's a bit of an awkward situation where I'm sure he did not want to have to come back to Manchester United after saying that he wants a new challenge. I believe him and Raul would have anticipated, because he did say that quite early in terms of media, but they've also said that Man United has known for a while that Pogba wants to leave. I don't believe he would have wanted to come back to Manchester United. I believe he would have wanted to get the deal done and secured before he had to come back. Because obviously, if you imagine how awkward that is, going and facing all the staff, manager, your fellow teammates, knowing that you've come out and said that. He would have been given some assurances, I believe, to someone would have said to him, right, yeah, we'll be able to get that move done for you, Pogba, don't worry. So if you put a bit of pressure by saying you want a new challenge, don't say you want to leave, you want a transfer request, hand in a transfer request, you just make it public that you want a new challenge, we'll do the rest. Obviously, there wasn't anticipating Man United playing hardball. Now, as in regards to Ollie's press conference, obviously Ollie said that he believes there's a bit of a media agenda attack on Pogba. I don't know if that's the case. I more believe if, for example, if Pogba had just left it with Man United saying that he wants a new challenge, not having said he wants a new challenge, and left it between Real Madrid and Juventus and Man United to work out a deal, he probably wouldn't be he's not exactly vilified, but as much in the spotlight. It's interesting, Ollie's come out and said that no bids have been made. He didn't come out and say that Pogba isn't for sale or we won't be selling Pogba. Pogba's this, Pogba's that. He said, yeah, Pogba's a brilliant character, brilliant personality, all that jazz. But he didn't say we won't be selling Pogba. He didn't say we won't be selling Lukaku. What he did say is that no bids have come in. And ultimately, we don't need to sell. Basically saying that we're not going to be bullied, which I thought that was a very interesting and poignant thing to say. So normally when you've got managers, you know, people after managers, players, they'll come out and say, for example, Koulibaly, where Man United is obviously after Koulibaly, and Ancelotti has come out and said, if you know, albeit jokingly or tongue in cheek, so to speak, he's come out and said, if that deal gets done, I'll be leaving, you know. So, and he's come out and said before that, we won't be selling Koulibaly. So there's a difference. Obviously, Napoli don't have to sell. Napoli don't want to sell. The difference is that Koulibaly hasn't come out and said that he wants to in January, he wants to leave. That's the difference between him and Pogba. Pogba's come out and said basically he wants to leave. Now Solskjaer, obviously they want cash. I'd imagine the Glazers want cash for Pogba and also Lukaku. But realistically speaking, between the 2 or 3 clubs that are involved in these transfers, be it Real Madrid, Juventus, or Inter Milan for Lukaku, there will be at least 2 or 3 players that we could potentially get off those clubs to make our club better. Is Real Madrid and Juventus, for sure. We're not better teams or have better squads or players than they do. So for us to come out and say that we want players only, want cash only, doesn't really make much sense and doesn't resonate with me at all. So yeah, that's a bit of a farce really. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in relation to that, in regards to Solskjaer mentioning that Pogba, you know, there's been no bids. He hasn't said that Pogba's not going to be sold. He's not said that. That to me is a very, very interesting point. Just saying that there has been no bids yet. That's the major point. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And guys, if you guys like this content, make sure you subscribe so you're not missing anything and you keep up to date with all things Manchester United. Don't forget to like and share as well and hit that notifications button. Okay, guys, I'll see you later. Take care.